Hi, my name is Rachel Rogoff. I'm with California Fertility Partners. I'm the third-party coordinator and nursing supervisor. Our office is located in the Los Angeles area. The role of the IVF coordinator is to make sure that the patient has the initial information to get started with treatments. Once the coordinator provides them with their information, she makes sure that they have the necessary tools to move forward. The medication, that they understand what they're taking, the dosage, to make sure that they can, they know what appointments they need to go to, the ultrasounds. We make sure that the results come through the office and that the doctor reviews them. We're actually the primary contact for the patient. One of the questions that arise a lot from our international patients is, who am I going to be working with? Am I going to have an assigned nurse? Is it going to be only one person I'm going to be contacting with? Our clinic actually will specifically assign a nurse to make it easier for the patient, so there's more consistency and they know who they need to contact. We have an assigned team of nurses that works with our third-party team, which is egg donor surrogacy. They'll have an assigned nurse. Not only will the intended parent be assigned a nurse, the same nurse will work with her egg donor and surrogate. So there's consistency for the patient. The best advice I can give an international patient is probably making sure that the physician is really involved. I think that's the number one thing with our clinic, is our physicians are very involved. They are involved from the very beginning. Like I said earlier, is helping them select an egg donor. They are available to the patients by phone, email. I think, and they're very involved in the cycle. They're doing all the monitoring. We don't have ultrasound techs. Our physicians do their own ultrasounds. They review all the labs that come through every day. They set the protocol. They follow the protocols. Patients that are coming from abroad, the medications, what we do is we first try to find out if the medication is available in their hometown. Some medications might be available, the name might be a little bit different. We just confirm to make sure that the dosage is the same. But if it's not available, what we will do is we will order them locally from our clinic, our pharmacy local here. We will ship to them everything that they're going to need to get started. And then once they come out here, we'll order the remainder of the medication. We have several ways of teaching our patients how to do their injections. First one is we provide them with written instructions. We also have on our website, on our main page, we have a teaching video, which is really, really good. It gives very detailed instructions on how to administer their medication. It's actually voice command, so it's actually somebody giving themselves an injection. And we usually have the patient on the phone. We tell them to view the video ahead of time so that once we get on the phone with them and go over their medications, they're already pretty familiar on how to administer the medications. Some patients, if they feel that they need somebody to walk them through it, we'll be on the phone with them walking through the injection, actually while they're giving the injection. We do have a nurse on call every evening till 11 o'clock Los Angeles time. That's available if patients have issues with their medication, they're having problems, they're not sure about the needles, then we have a nurse that's available to give them and walk them through their injections. If the patient is getting ready to set their travel arrangements, and what we do is we give them the dates of when we want them to be out here. Our office will provide them with a list of hotels in the local area. Also in the list is also the cost of the hotels, so at least they have an idea of what the price ranges are. We tell the patients when we want them to be out here, what dates, so that way they can make their arrangements. But we always tell them, hold off on making their flight arrangements until we wait for them to either start their medications, or once they're already on their medications, then we can go ahead and tell them, go ahead and make your flight arrangements. This is the length of time you need to be out here, and then provide them with the list of the hotels. It varies for every patient on the length of time they need to be out here. First of all, if we have somebody that's just doing an IVF cycle, depending on their protocol, we might want them to be out here from the day of stimulation start. especially if they don't have a clinic that they're working with. If we have that particular patient might need to be out here for about 13 to 14 days. If we have somebody who's using an egg donor, that makes it a lot easier. The egg donor is the one that's being stimulated. Then the intended parent or recipient might only need to be out here for about 5 to 6 days. If it's somebody who's using a surrogate, again, if they're using a surrogate and they're stimulating, we're using their eggs, then they need to be out here for a little bit longer, about 15 days. We have really no restriction on patients, probably only age. If we have somebody who's quite older, maybe in their late 50s, we probably would really need to evaluate that patient. But we have single men, single women, gay, lesbian. We treat all our patients equally.